Hello and welcome to Maggie's Fun Time. This is Magzie, and we are back here on Hypixel Skyblock. This is a vanilla server. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this. I have done this recording once today, and then I went to do my prep work for my other videos. And when I came back to upload this video, because the other ones was taking longer than I had expected, it was 2 minutes long. So we're going to try this again. Today's the garden guide. We have a guide series on the channel, and I wanted to do the garden because I've been hyped to do the garden. So we're gonna do what we'll do with that. I'm gonna try it again. We're gonna see if we can get it to record the whole thing. So when you get to Skyblock level 5, you will unlock this visitor here. She'll come to your island here. She talks to you. If you ever played Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons or that kind of farming game, old girl, family owned a farm. She needs help getting it back together. You just talk to her and then click on Warp to Garden. After you tell her you're going to help, after you tell her you'll help her out. Now, this is the garden. Once you come here, she'll have a few quests for you to do. She'll have you get her some wheat. She'll have you come in here and buy biomass, biofuel out of here for the compactor. Bunches of stuff she'll have you do. Once you complete that, you'll be completed by doing a visitor. All right, and we'll talk about visitors in a minute. But after you do that, you'll have one plot unlocked, depending on which one you choose from here. And you're ready to go. Now, I am going to go through this in stages. So the first thing we're going to talk about isn't anything to do with equipment or armor or tools or anything like that. We're going to go through the basics of the garden here. So we're going to go with the layout first. This is the barn. There are barn skins. You can come in here to the desk. You can open up the shop here. There's different sections. They've separated this now in one of the recent patches. They separated this, so you go to the barn skins. There are skins in here that you can buy for either copper or gems. There are also skins that you unlock as you level up. So as you can come in here, you will gain skyblock levels. You will gain skyblock levels. You'll gain garden levels from farming in here. And as you do that, you will upgrade your garden level, which will unlock crops that you can plant on here. And there's different crops, wheat, carrots, potatoes, pumpkins, sugarcane. Also on garden level 5, you unlock pests. We'll get into that in a minute. Melons, cactus, cocoa beans, mushrooms, netherwort, and then by garden level 10, you have all of your crops unlocked, and then we are able to plant them on the thing. There are some more pests, right? No, the pests are all unlocked by level 10 also. And pests are super annoying. We'll get into that later. But there are skins on here, as you can see. We've crossed a couple of them. There's the medieval barn skin. There's a couple others in here. And those are free skins. And you can also come in here and change your skin by clicking right here. And it'll show all the ones that you have unlocked in here. And you can switch them whenever you want. All right? So, that's something to do. This is the composter. You take excess crops that you don't want anymore, and you come in here and you fill them up with the insert crops in here. It will produce compost for you. I'm not going to get this out now. And then you put in fuel in here, and then it will produce compost for you. There are upgrades in here too. You spend crops and copper for, and you can upgrade in here. There are also upgrades for your crops. If you come into your desk here, you can also get to your desk through your menu here. So you get the same thing. Come to your desk here, and these are crop upgrades. Now, my suggestion to you guys is to get them to at least 4 or 5, whatever you can afford. It is exponentially more expensive here. I don't have one that's not upgraded, but I believe it's 5, 10, 25, 50, 100. I believe is how it goes. And then 500, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000. Now, I have a pet peeve about this. If you're going to make me spend extravagant amounts of increasing amounts like this, don't give me a +5 every time. Okay? Like do 5, 5, 5, 5, and then once I start paying like 100 a pop, like give me like 10, 10, 20, 20, 30 or some crap. Give me something, guys. Give me something. This little 5 here, 5 there, it's nothing. You know, I mean, altogether it's 50, right? But like, there's a way they could stretch this out and give you like 100, 150, something like that. Come on, like hook a man up. Anyway, but I believe that is just for that individual crop. So this is for wheat, wheat fortune, carrot fortune, and so on. So there's upgrades for that. How do you get copper? Well, as you've been taught from the territory you did for Sam here, you come over here and you can do these visitors, and each one of these visitors will have a request for you. Go here, and the request, this one wants enchanted baked potatoes, and she wants 3, and she'll give you, you'll get 14,000 farming XP, 15 garden XP, 16 copper, and then like 1,000 mithril powder. It's different depending on who is here. And it's also different depending on the rarity. So, as you can see. So, this is how you get copper to spend in the shops. Now, you can also buy tools. There are tools in the shop. If we come over here, you want to stick, don't buy this. It does have farming fortune on it. Just get the ones with replenish on it. Also, there's an axe also with the replenish on it. Those are the tools you want to worry about. It's 25 copper. You guys have seen me do this. Other things that you want to get out of your shop here is the Lotus equipment. You'll need that for your farming setup. The builder's ruler, if you're going to be concentrating a lot on building your own plots and not using the default ones. More on that later. You might want to grab the upgraded scythe. I just use the regular scythe. I have gotten this one. It is just a little bit bigger area that it does. Don't ever buy the biofuel after you buy it the one time. Okay? What you want to do is you want this stuff, and you can get it from your mining. All right? It drops in chests. This is the oil barrel. If we come in here and grab some of this, it gives you 10,000. All right? You can get it for free. You can buy it off of the bazaar here. If we go to fuels, it's 3,000 to 4,000, depending on the day. Literally, you can take the 20,000 here that you're spending on this for 3,000 fuel and buy 5, 6 oil barrels off the bazaars. Don't ever buy that fuel. Get the oil barrels. Always use the oil barrels. Anyway, and so you fill this meter up with this button. You fill this meter up with this button. I would use enchanted wheat seeds. And if you ever run out of wheat seeds, do a farming contest for wheat, or do like I do and put a couple of wheat minions on your farm just to use for seeding your composter, which is what I do on all my profiles. Anyway, so that's that. Over here we have a bunch of people. Once you unlock pests, Philip here will give you a quest to go vacuum up the quest of the pest. He will give you a vacuum to do that with. You can buy the upgrades for the vacuums and a new vacuum if you happen to lose it off the pet ones. The other stuff you can buy in this actual shop is the portable washer, which is basically an expensive bucket of milk. All the vacuums. Now, you can't upgrade to this one without having the chirping stereo. You get that as a rare drop, a super rare drop from the crickets. You can also buy this, so if you just want to buy it and upgrade it, you can do it that way. There's no point in getting the chirping stereo unless it drops off the crickets. There's no reason to get it until you have this. Once you have this, you'll want to look into getting the chirping stereo, or slightly before you get this one, because you do need 2,500 copper to upgrade. So they have a sprayinator, and then they have these two things called pest repellents. I want to note this. I emphasized this on the first video, and I want you guys to come close to the mic, push it in on your ears so you can hear me better. These do not stop pests from spawning. It makes it 4 times more unlikely for them to spawn. So it makes it longer. It makes them longer before the spawn rate happens. All right. There's a timer inside your garden, and that goes every time you're here and you're farming, and it pops off a pest. It times that timer by 4, basically, is how it works. It does not stop spawns. There's no way of stopping spawns. Now, this woman here, after you do Philip's quest, she'll give you a quest to spray your fields. Now, I don't usually do that quest, especially on bingo. However, you can concentrate on one specific pest. If there's pests that you like and pests that you don't like, you might want to do that one. Another way to focus which pest spawn is with your cricket. Sorry, your chirping stereo. You can put records in there that will attract certain ones. I can show you because I have a crap ton of these in here. There's different ones that attract different kinds of pests. So all kinds, guys. So if there's a specific one you want, you should be using this in conjunction with the sprayinator. So, and I believe she gives you a sprayinator too, so you don't need that one out there unless you just lose it for some reason. The only reason these two guys are in the game and pests are in the game is because there's players out there that will exploit the farming system here, and we're exploiting it and would not stop. So, as punishment, they added pests to the game so that the other people that play the game, not the exploiters, but the other people, all the other players in the game besides the exploiters, so that they wouldn't complain, they made the system to where it made the pests drop stuff. That's it. That's why pests are in the game. That's why I have a problem with it. They punish all their players for a certain percentage of the base, and a minority of the actual people who play, and I don't like that. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. These two guys here you can get to in the hub. However, if you're playing Stranded, or you're playing on a specific challenge run where you can't leave your island, there's the non-stranded mode ones that just stay on their island. They allow themselves to come to the garden. There's also garden-specific runs where you don't leave your garden, you just stay on your garden. And that's why these two are here. This is Anita. She has all your farming tools for your farming contest and medals. So all of the stuff you would normally have in here. And then Jacob here to tell you when contests happen, and for you to claim rewards and tell you how many medals you have and that kind of stuff. So that's everything to do with the barn and the layout there. There are specific plots. They are more expensive and less expensive depending on where they're at. You will always start out by buying one of these 4 because they are the cheapest and they cost 1 compost. And then you'll want to expand out from there. You want to get this rectangle right here first, and then you'll want to concentrate on this back row second. So I'm still working on getting this one and this one. Personally, I chose to get this slot and this slot, and then work for the compost bundles for this one, these two, so that I could have infinite farms of all the crops. farming layouts. The last thing that I want to cover in here is farming layouts. Now, every single one of my farms are infinite. Now, what infinite means is, and you start from the beginning up here. Let's go up here where my beginning of this one is. I have farms here. As you can see down there, there's a second level. That's wheat. All right. So, infinite means that you start from the beginning. When you get to the end, for me, the end is over here. This is the maze design. I will be going over designs later. The end is here. Once you get to this end here, the beginning, actually, this is the end. For the maze design, you go down here, and then you do another maze all the way back to the beginning right here, and then you come up and you end at the beginning. It's a giant loop. But when you get to the end, the beginning is regrown, and you just start in a giant loop. You can run and farm infinitely. Now, when you start out, you don't need infinite farms. You don't. People's going to tell you you do. You don't. You just need enough crops to last you for 20 minutes. Now, why is that? Because farming contests only last for 20 minutes. And at the beginning of the game, you're not going to be grinding crops. All right? You're going to be grinding farming contests, and you're only going to be doing them 20 minutes at a time. Because you need the farming tools. You don't want to be grinding crops without your farming tools. Once you get your farming tools, that's when you start grinding crops, because you want the counter, you want to upgrade the counter. There's a few exceptions with this, like the melon dicer, both the cactus hoe and the mushroom hoe that don't have upgrades on them, so you can just buy those tools and get them. You can also buy the tools off the AH. You don't have to do the farming contest for them, but you do not want to be grinding your farming garden for crops without farming tools. Don't do it. All right? Get the farming tool first. You want to buy them? Buy them. If you want to get them from the farming contest, get them from the farming contest. You will need the farming tickets in order to upgrade them. If you're not going to do the farming contest, you will need more money to buy tickets off of the bazaar. The bazaar does sell farming tickets over here. Farming tickets, they are expensive. You do need loads of them. I would suggest just doing the farming contest. You'll just save them up over time. The other elephant in the room is mega farms. I hate mega farms. I will not tell you what to do or not do with your farms. All I will say is mega farms are bad. And I will show you why. So, we're going to come over here. This is going to be a little weird for you guys. There we go. Disorienting is what I meant to say. So, we're going to come over here. And somewhere over here, I have a way down. There you are. So, from here, it is 10 blocks up. Okay? So, after 10 blocks, let me find a spot to put this in. So, we count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this level right here is 4. 5. Come on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See that? 10. You can't place no more. Now, when they first made the garden, people had mega farms, and they just built. Okay, so we need to go back further than that. Story time. Before there was a garden, people built ugly, really stupid, efficient, nasty-looking farms on their islands, and the devs got tired of that, so they was like, here's this giant garden layout island just for you guys. You're going to get extra growth rates on here. Build your farms on here. They took those ugly farming layouts that the devs hated that they were building on the island, and they just transferred them straight over to here. So the devs was like, no, we're not having this. So they put a level cap on how tall you could build to keep people from building mega farms, like huge farms. They still do it. They go up to block limit and they still build the farms. They're ugly. You don't need them. And I can tell you why here, okay? So, and this is actually a perfect section. So, if you look at somebody's mega farms, it's going to be one plot plus a section for you to run on. And then, not plot, but row. So we're going to call this one row here. This is the second row right here. What they'll do is they'll take 10 of those and stack them on top of each other to block limit instead of spreading them out. Now, as you can see down here, I have crops down here and I have crops up here. All the crops on my farm are covered. I have every single crop that I need, that there's a farming contest for. All of my crop fields are infinite. I never have to worry about stopping unless I just get bored. For this over here, this one's not actually efficient, but it does work. It is infinite. I do need to redo this. I think I'm just going to make I think what I want to do is put something else down in the bottom here. If we come over here, what I got down here, and you guys have probably seen it before if you watched my videos, I have pumpkins and melons all the way across underneath here. So that it is infinite. So, but I have been wanting to test the 3-block method versus the my method to see which one's better. Even if the 3-block method is better, just as a note for you guys, I will not be building a mega farm. I'll be building them out in rows like this. It's the same thing. The only difference is you don't leave huge blocks of just like bedrock, like showing everywhere. It doesn't take you any less time to farm the plot. So that's my take on mega farms. Please don't use them. Build your rows out. There's a way to build your rows out and put every farm on the island that you need and still have plenty of room. Like, I don't need this other areas. I don't. This is infinite here. I don't need this area. I'm going to make it bigger because the longer rows that you have means you don't have to switch lanes more often. So there's that. So it will be efficient that way. And these will probably be transferred over to the side rows over here, and I'll just do one giant one of sugarcane and netherwort, like set up like these, like just half and half probably. But that's it for now. I think that's everything covered for the basics and the basic layouts. A couple of things that I warn against doing, a couple of things that you should watch out for. I'm going to end the episode here. Tuesday, we'll probably go over my layouts. And Thursday's episode next week, we'll probably go over the different gear and stuff in the farming tools and stuff like that. And pets, definitely, that you'll need. And we'll end it off there for the garden. We'll move on to another farming island, or another island in general. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. It really helps out the channel with YouTube views. One thing I did cover last time that I didn't cover this time, the visitors. This is the visitors log. There are milestones for visitors and crops. If we come into the milestones here are the crop milestones. You can look at those. And there are also visitor milestones here. There's ones for unique visitors, all right? And there's ones for accepted. And then there's the visitors logbook, which is the same one that's over here. And you can sort this. So you can choose rarities here. You can sort it by offers. You can sort it by unlocked and locked. And there is a special visitor Let's go by rarity. Special. Special. This is the Spaceman. The Spaceman is unlocked at Garden Level 15 and 75 unique visitors served. Okay? Once you unlock him, he will have a chance of spawning on your island just like the rest of these guys. When he spawns on your island, he will choose a crop off a list. All right? I don't remember how many there are, but it's off a list. There's good ones. There's bad ones. I think most people like sugarcane for some reason. I don't know. But he will give you the space helmet. In order for you to get the space helmet from him, you will have to trade him a billion coins worth of whatever crop he chooses that he wants. So if it's potatoes, he's like, I want potatoes. He'll tell you the exact number of potatoes that you'll need to trade him, which will be a billion's worth of that crop. So we're clear on that one. I wanted to cover that one because he's the only special one right now. No filter. Anyway, guys, that covers everything I covered in my last video that you guys didn't see because I don't actually know why it only recorded. I didn't touch any of the buttons, so it just stopped recording after 2 minutes. Anyway, guys, if you like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. It really helps out the channel with YouTube views, YouTube searches, YouTube algorithm movement for the channel. If you subscribe to my channel and you want to get notifications when I have new videos out, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button, set your settings. You can come check out the videos. If you do like this video and want to share it with friends, help support the channel. There's a share tab down below. There's links there to the social media site. There's a link there for you to copy and post on the YouTube community page. Any tips, tricks, or comments, put it in the comments down below. See you guys later.